Hi everyone, and welcome to this tutorial where we're going to draw a rose. But what I'm very interested in is where the light comes from. As you can see here, I first made a graphite study, and as the sun is coming from the left upside corner, a lot of light is casted on our flower on the left, while a lot of shadow is casted on the right side of our rose. Now if you were to draw a sphere, then here you can see that light bulb, and here you can see that shadow. Same goes for the values when you would be drawing in color. Now here you can see the petals growing bigger and bigger as they go to the outside of the rose. But as I was saying, we need to look at the way that the petals go, of course, but also where the shadow part is in our rose. So take and pay close attention if you want your drawing to be a bigger success. It will add extra dimension to your drawing, and it will give you a great insight of the lights and the darks. Now, should you want to see more printouts or more tips, please check out my Patreon page, and also that way you can support me in making these awesome tutorials. Now, what kind of color you will use to draw your rose doesn't matter at all, as long as you keep notice of the values as drawn in the left. For this tutorial, I've chosen a grayish, brownish Canson pastel paper, and for the setup I'm using a light pink pastel pencil. What I want to do first is to go for those parts of the rose that grasp the most light. I draw in from the inside of the rose and then eventually going to the outside where the petals will become somewhat bigger. I draw them in each by each, and I try to get and keep that organic feel of the way that the rose is growing and folding out its petals. Now on the left side I will put in more light pink, and here a little bit for that petal that just grasps a little bit of light. But here way down below I will put in hardly nothing of the light pink. I also already keep in mind the direction of growth of each petal, so I draw in some lines to give me that feel of roundness. And here at the top I put in the most light pink. Then it's time to put in some surrounding. I'm using the same light pink pastel pencil to draw in the stem and the leaves that are on the stem, just to give my drawing some kind of a direction and to make it more fun for my viewers to watch. Just make your drawing a little bit more interesting by not only placing in the rose itself, but also the stamp and that little knob on the right. And here you can see me putting in even more light pink on the left side of the rose. Then it's time for the white pastel pencil. I draw it over the light pink, and the white I am using for those parts that grasps the most light. This instantly gives me a kind of a 3D feel. And then for the mid-tone, the undertone of the pink, I'm using a red. And the red I'm placing in for those parts that haven't been colored in with the light pink yet, and partially over the light pink. The red is the undercolor for my pink rose. As you can see, I place a lot more red on the right side of the rose than I did on the left side of the rose. Then I pick up my orange, and the orange is a nice value to put in for those parts that where the sunlight hits. So the sunlight is kind of yellowish, so the orange will make the tones between the red and the light pink. And this is green, and green is an excellent shadow color to put underneath the red that I will take further on. And a light green is placed on the stem and also inside the rose petals here. And this may seem a little bit strange now, but here you can see what I mean. I'm placing the red over the green. This is what creates that nice shadow color. And here I'm placing a dark pink over that green again. Now the green slowly disappears, but it just shines through the pink that I'm placing over it. Then I take my light pink pencil again, and I go a little bit over that dark pink to make the petals stand out again and to get some counter light. Here on top, of course, is no green at all. And this is my darkest green, and I'm using that for those shadow parts that are on the stems and on the leaves of those stems. So I'm doing here, and what you will notice is that the leaves that are on the stem on the left side will be much brighter than the ones that are underneath the rose. To temper down the green, I'm using some dark pink and dark blue. Otherwise the green would be very, very green indeed, and not very realistic. So I'm putting in more kinds of colors inside the green itself. I take a very light yellow pastel pencil and I go over those parts of the leaves and the stem where the light hits them to make those pop out. Here's a little petal too, a green petal. It's always a nice detail to draw in. Putting in extra dark blue for the shadow underneath the rose. And this really works great. I also use that same dark blue for the darkest shadows inside the rose itself to make each petal pop out even a little bit better, and to get extra dark for the right side of the rose, but also on the inside of a little bit on the left here, just a little bit, and of course inside the knob that is not yet really open to make it stand out even better. Then I take my white pastel pencil again and I give extra light on that left side of the rose. Now you can really see the difference between the left side and the right side. That makes it so very special and gives this a great feel of value and of light and of shadow. Well, so far my pinky rose, and I hope you have a lot get a lot of good information by these tips. So, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again next Friday.